Sam Walton once said, "I knew we could beat the pants off them with service if we gave our associates the authority to provide it." As independent retailers, you must find ways to give your employees the authority and training to take care of the customer better than your competition can. To help you do that, here is a cultural checklist of success strategies and tactics designed to help you compete with big box retailers like Walmart and not only survive, but thrive. Let's start with a simple. Is there a clearly articulated culture in your organization? Do your employees know what it stands for? Do they see it modeled by management on a daily basis? Does the owner demonstrate passion for the business and the culture of the organization? When I ask that question of business owners, I always get one of two answers. Well, yes, I guess so, which is not an enthusiastic affirmation. Or no, we just let things happen. We don't set out to build a culture, but we end up with one anyway, whether we intend to or not. Every decision we make, every action we take, results in a culture. Therefore, we might as well set out to establish a culture that will help us be successful, not hinder our progress towards success. Communicate your brand story to your employees. The best way to develop a sense of pride in your company and brand is to craft your story. People are naturally curious about the story behind a brand, and that is no different among your employees. Sharing this story with them will create a connection to the brand and a sense of pride in who they work for. Craft a compelling brand story that includes the founding of the business, the vision and mission, and how employees play a role in making the business successful. Ensure that all employees understand their role in the brand story. A brand story should convey the reasons for your business's existence and how the business enriches the lives of the customer, the community, and the employees. Use stories and folklore of both successes and failures to communicate culture. Stories and folklore are important to any culture. They shape the way people view the world and teach lessons in a memorable way. They also allow us to connect emotionally with others. The way we share these stories and folklore also shapes our culture. One example of this is the way we talk about mistakes. Some retailers call mistakes learning opportunities, while others refer to them as. The tone we use when sharing stories shapes how people view those stories. So, instead of relying solely on written communication, use storytelling to communicate your culture. Share stories and encourage others to share theirs. By sharing stories of both successes and failures, you'll teach valuable lessons and create a bond with your employees. Develop and communicate your vision and mission to all employees. This may seem obvious, but how many retailers have a vision and mission statement that has been successfully communicated to all employees? Your vision and mission should be posted where employees can see them and referenced often. You should also take time during staff meetings to review your vision and mission and ensure everyone understands how they contribute to achieving them. Fill key openings by promoting from within. This is a key strategy in maintaining and growing a strong culture. When you promote from within, you're ensuring that new managers and leaders have already bought into your culture. Additionally, it rewards employees for good performance and creates a path for advancement. Not only that, but promoting from within allows you to continue to share the story and lore of your company. New managers and leaders will know more of the stories and have witnessed firsthand the culture in action. These folks will then serve as ambassadors for your culture, passing down the stories and reinforcing the behaviors that have made your business successful. Measure the performance of each employee every day. Another key to being successful against big box retailers is to focus on productivity. Productivity is the amount of work an employee does in relation to the amount of time worked. This means getting the most out of each employee, but this doesn't mean squeezing every drop out of them. Employees want to do a good job and feel rewarded for their efforts. So instead of focusing on how many times an employee takes a break or how long they stay at their workstation, focus on the output. Focus on sales per hour, units per transaction, or dollars per hour worked. Tie pay raises and bonuses to productivity goals. Then celebrate hitting those goals as a team. Establish the same standards for customer experience at every location. This helps to create a consistent customer experience, regardless of where a customer shops. This means having the same expectations for product availability, pricing, accuracy, store cleanliness, and customer service. It also means that you're setting the same expectations for your employees, regardless of where they work. Reward employees based on individual and team performance. This reinforces the behaviors you want to see. By rewarding employees for their performance, you're sending a message that you value their contributions. Additionally, it gives employees something to strive for and makes them feel appreciated. Think about tying bonuses to individual and team goals, or consider instituting a points-based system for hitting certain goals. Employees can then redeem these points for prizes. Use stories from your company history to reinforce your cultural values. When I speak with retailers about their company culture, I often hear stories about company founders and their values. Sharing these stories with employees helps to reinforce the values and make them more likely to be followed. Let's say your business was started by someone who had a strong work ethic. Share stories about that person and the impact that work ethic had on the company's success. Inspire employees by sharing stories of past successes and the values that drove them. This will help employees understand the importance of the culture and how it contributes to the company's success. Send a message about performance. By dealing with non-performing employees, non-performers can drag down team morale and productivity. Dealing with them sends a message to the rest of the team that you won't tolerate poor performance. Of course, we should always follow labor laws and company policies when dealing with non-performers. Don't procrastinate dealing with these employees. Address issues promptly and fairly. Don't forget to recognize your top performers. When you recognize employees for their contributions, you send a message that you appreciate their efforts. This can motivate employees to perform at their best and helps to create a positive work environment. Recognize employees for going above and beyond or for achieving exceptional results. Celebrating success motivates employees and reinforces desired behaviors. Catch employees doing things right. This is one of my favorite tips. I urge you to put it into practice. Employees want to be recognized for their efforts. By catching employees doing things right, you're reinforcing the behaviors you want to see. This is especially effective when done publicly, so don't forget to recognize employees for their contributions. Celebrate their successes and reinforce their good work. And remember to catch them doing things right. So here are some key questions about your current managers. Ask yourself honestly, are managers holding employees to high standards? Are the highest caliber people available hired? What has been each manager's success rate in selecting people? Are managers building bench strength to allow promotion from within? Are managers training and developing employees? If they wanted to, do managers have the ability to attract and recruit great talent? Is turnover at an acceptable and manageable level? How would you characterize the morale of employees? Are managers dealing with non-performers and recognizing the stars? Can managers drive sales and control costs? Answering these questions honestly will tell you a lot about your managerial team and whether or not you have the leadership bench strength necessary to compete with big box retailers. If you don't, it's time to begin recruiting and retaining quality managers. If you do, congratulations. Move forward with confidence. In summary, you now have the basics covered for creating a winning culture that will allow you to compete with big box retailers. Remember, the culture of your company is what sets you apart from the competition. By following the tips in this video, you can create a culture that will help you be successful